Once hailed as a beacon of conservation efforts by the United Nations, Yemen's Al Haswa Nature Reserve today has turned into a wasteland, reeking of sewage. Civil war in the country has left the nature reserve abandoned. The 47-acre site in Yemen's southern city of Aden was once green with trees. Now almost all of them have been cut down, and the reserve is full of construction waste dumped into it. What was long a haven for flamingos and other migratory birds is now swamped by crows.
The reserve was a great outlet for residents and visitors from near and far. But now, after the war, it has become a waste dump with insects, mosquitoes and sewage. We call on the specialized authorities and the local governments to intervene quickly to protect what remains of the reserve.
Al Haswa was declared a nature reserve in 2006. It was one of the 35 initiatives awarded the UN's Equator Prize in 2014 for meeting climate and development challenges through sustainable use of nature. But since 2014, Yemen has been embroiled in conflict between the government supported by a Saudi-led military coalition and the Iran-backed Houthi rebels. And the reserve has been left in ruins by the fighting. With no visitors, some parts of the reserve has been used as an informal waste dump. Yemen is the poorest country in the region. United Nations considers war-torn country the world's worst humanitarian disaster. It estimates hundreds of thousands of people have been killed by the war and millions have been forced to leave their homes. The country has been pushed to the brink of famine. Our top story at this hour: in Kyiv, a fire broke out at a depot after Russian shelling, killing at least one person. Fire raged at a warehouse in western part of the capital after the Russian bombardment sparked a blaze. Now, according to the Ukrainian Emergency Ministry, a fire broke out in an area of 10,000 square meters. Firefighters continued extinguishing the blaze from a safe distance due to the risk of projectile explosions. As the flames were increasing, the fire was feared to reach other areas. Smoke was seen rising from Kiev's skyline. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited civilians and servicemen wounded by Russian attacks at a Kyiv hospital. The hospital is in the town of Vorzel in Kyiv, which came under fire during its evacuation. At the hospital, Zelensky spoke with injured Kyiv residents undergoing treatment. 16-year-old Katya Vlasenko was among them, who was wounded when her family car came under fire. The family was trying to escape the fighting in the area northwest of the capital Kyiv. Katya was wounded when she shielded her 8-year-old brother with her body. Meanwhile, the Ukrainian army held its position in the north of the Kyiv region. Soldiers reported that they had shots from tanks.
Ми тимчасово в обороні. Ми обов'язково підемо в контрнаступ. І оце, як вам сказати, щоб я не грубив, щоб ви мене правильно зрозуміли, оце, що на нас напало, воно тут не буде. Ми будемо стояти до кінця.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.